Hey, how's it going? How's it going, guys?
What do you attribute to Charles' success and why it's maybe just kind of just clicked for him so far?
You said, what do I attribute to it? Well, first and foremost, it's primarily 99% him. He's come in from day one. I think we all know his story about the NFL. Came in as a first-round pick, and we had a very open conversation about this. Viewed him as kind of an underachiever. You know, I never did. It was certain situations where schematically it was things he was being asked to do previous when I went back and watched his tape that didn't fit his play style really. And a lot of things go into this. It's a lot of dynamics. But the number one thing is since day one of training camp, since Charles Harris walked in his door, he's been a man on a mission. And it was clear and evident to this entire staff that he was out to prove something to not only us but to the entire league. And from day one, he's done everything asked of him, of myself, Coach Capers, AG, Dan, and I mean, now you're seeing the results and the fruit of his own labor, not anyone else's.
You're giving him 99% of the credit, but you also said in there that he was doing things maybe schematically that wasn't maximizing his ability. So
Yep.
what have you kind of incorporated to fit his skill set that's helping him reach this ceiling?
I think he's fit to be a true outside linebacker and an edge player. You saw previously guys work him inside, 5 technique, even in some systems, all the way down to the 4-eye, and that's not what he's built to do. He's built, in my opinion, this is my personal opinion, everybody's different, but to play on the edge, he's a very physical, a quick, twitchy player, so he gets on and off of blocks well, and he does things that a lot of other people, you have to have a motor to do a lot of the things that Charles Harris does on tape, and it's non-stop from the first whistle to the last.
That's a rough road to be a first-round pick and to go through a couple teams and feel like maybe it's not going to click. So from the time you met him to maybe at this moment now, like how different is his confidence level?
It's continuing to grow, but you can tell it's still there that he still feels he needs to prove himself each and every day because he knows within our own room, in the outside linebacker room, it's competition. It doesn't matter what you did last week. You could have a good game, and as you saw us transition from Baltimore to Chicago, the drop-off on the defensive performance, we can't have that individually either. You can't go out one week and have pressures and all these QB hits, these TFLs, and then think the next week you're going to drop down in the following game you're still going to get the rep count. It's just not happening.
He's got sacks and force rating maybe for what it is right now, but it's tough to do for anyone, I guess,
Yep.
to be that consistent. So how have offenses started playing different?
You see the nudges, the chips from guys putting tight end in the Y-off position and things like that, but they do that to a lot of defenses in pass rush situations. So I don't necessarily think they're playing them different, and I hope people don't catch on to how good he's playing and trending. I was around the program, but that was before I joined the staff, but I was around him a lot.
So what do you remember about him maybe that first year he got there versus what was he found?
Oh, he's always been a guy's guy, and I think you're still seeing that. And when I say that, as soon as he steps in the building, you feel his presence, you feel his sense, his aura. He has a very demanding leadership quality about him, and I think that's showing up in the NFL as well.
We talked a lot about this coaching staff earlier in the year, but until you go through some adversity, until you experience some things, you don't really know how you get through it. But you saw the emotion Campbell at the end, as a coaching staff, how you guys don't pick them up and not get too caught up in the losses and taking it too seriously early.
Absolutely. And that's an outstanding question because, like you said, if we would have jumped out and been 5-0, it's easy for everybody to run around beating their chest, saying how good of a staff, how good of a team and all this. But you really find that stuff out in adversity, and I think that's life and the game as well. And, it's just all-inclusive here. Like I was just talking with Greg, it's literally all-inclusive. We have media guys, freaking trainers, and everybody understands if you do your part, no matter through the good or bad, we will continue to trend upward, and I think we're doing that.
Beyond Charles, you've looked to Julian and Austin to kind of pick up some of that slack with Romeo going down.
Yeah.
That they aren't having Charles jump in production, but where are you seeing the growth of those two young guys as you come on more?
I see steady improvement, and a lot of people, when they think growth, getting better, they look directly at stats. But essentially, especially when you talk about the front 5 guys, it's hard to do that because the ball production, unless you're getting sacks, it really doesn't show. But within that, if you really go back and look at the run tape, and this is something that when I came in, just like Charles, a lot of people said that J.O. was just a pass rusher. And that's something I honed on him with. You are not just going to be a pass rusher. You're going to be an every down player because of the ability in your body. And from day one, it's been the same with him. Now, we had ups and downs, but he is believing, he's bought in, and you're starting to see him set edges, him play with the proper pad leverage, and I hope and continue, and I hope and pray that it continues to go in the right direction.
It did seem like some of the edge setting stuff was improved against Minnesota. It was kind of leaky early in the year. So how much of that been a point of emphasis for your guys?
Oh, it's been a point of emphasis from day one. In the 3-4 defense, if you have no edge, you have no chance.
How was Romeo doing just mentally dealing with that injury coming back?
He's doing outstanding. I text him, actually, we talk almost every day. He's one of my good friends and was a teammate of mine for 3 years, but obviously it was a devastating injury. Went in at halftime after the game. We talked him through it. And then actually Thursday on his freaking surgery day, he's texting me, I'm on the way back to Detroit, man, I'm going to come see you. I'm like, what? Go home and lay down. But that guy's all in, and he texted me things from the game that he might see. How can he help steal from home, from the training room? Shep, if there's anything I could do, I'm there for you and the guys. So, man, that guy's all in still.
Confidence level that he's going to be the same Romeo that we saw post-injury as well.
I'm even thinking my confidence in that guy is going to be better than what you saw in these first couple games this year.
It could be so easy to get an injury and kind of, like you said, go lay down or
Exactly.
something like that. But what does it say about this team and the morale here that, he's not the only one injured and not the only one still bought in?
It speaks volumes, and it kind of goes back to his question when he stated, when things are going good, it's good for everybody to run around with a smile on their face. That's easy. Anybody could do that, and that's why anybody can't play this game, because it's hard, and you're going to face adversity. And guys like Romeo it literally goes throughout the whole building. Hurt, injured, inactive, active. You wouldn't know the difference, because guys are in meeting rooms, they're paying attention, they're balled in, they're asking, what can I do to help, coach? All right, I know I'm not going to be active this game, but is there anything I could do on the sideline? And you rarely see that. When you really, if you really want to peel off the layer and talk truth, you rarely see that, and they have to come within a culture being built.
You have to check in on Julian at all when something like that happens? It's such a unique situation to have your brother on the team and see him get hurt.
Yep. Fortunately, I didn't, because he was standing right next to me when I was checking on Romeo. And, he was one of the guys that ran out to the field to help him off and carry him off. So it is unique. And I think Julian has used it to kind of ignite a fire under him, like, all right, I got it, but, bro, I got you. Now it's me carrying our last name out here on the field. It's not both of us. So I think it's actually helped him in a way.